Welcome you all for the sixth lecture of graph theory. So today we will discuss the topic that is element node incidence matrix. Element node incidence matrix, or you can say complete incidence matrix, or simply incidence matrix, and it is generally denoted by a augmented a cap. Okay, this is the notation for element node incidence matrix. Okay, so this notation may get varied with the books or author. Okay, so don't confuse in that. Now, in previous lecture we discussed about the basics of graph theory, how we can draw the number of possible trees from oriented network graph, what are the different branches, what are the twigs, what are the links, and all these things. Okay, so now we will draw this element node incidence matrix, or it is also called as complete incidence matrix or incidence matrix. Now here the name suggests that element node, okay, means this matrix is obviously between the elements, number of elements and number of nodes. Okay, now very firstly I will draw the oriented graph which we discussed in previous class. Okay, so this was the oriented graph which has six branches and four nodes: node number 1, node number 2, node number 3, node number 0, that is your reference node. Okay, so this was branch 1, branch 2, branch 3, branch 4, branch 5, and branch 6. Okay, and this was the directions, that is orientation, like this. Okay, now we had drawn certain number of trees also. Okay, so one possible first tree I am going to draw here again. This was the tree which consists of all four nodes: node number 1, node number 2, and node number 3, and node number 0, that is reference node, and remaining branches acting as a links. I am going to draw it as a dotted red line, that is element number 5, 6, and 4. This is your 4, 5, and 6. This is your branch or element 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so in this way there were 6 elements or 6 branches. Now here either you call it as elements of power system, or elements of this network, or the branches of this network. Okay, now as this matrix is element node incidence matrix, means there is a relation between elements, number of elements, and node. Okay, whether these elements are going to incidence on that node or not. Okay, so it is very easy to draw this matrix. Okay, once you got certain basics. Okay, so this is what our tree which we had taken. Okay, you can consider any one tree, possible tree. Okay, so I am drawing this tree, okay, which is easier to calculate another matrices also. Okay, so here there are 3 branches of trees, that is nothing but what? Twigs, that is 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so we require only one tree, any one tree, okay, for drawing these matrices, and another branches will act as a links. Okay, and subgraph formed by these links we call it as a co-tree, that is complementary tree. Okay, which already discussed in previous lecture. Okay, now an element is said to be incidence on a particular node if this node is a terminal of the element. Okay, means suppose any one element, so these are the suppose directions, orientations. Okay, so any one element is said to be incidence on a particular node if the node is terminal of the element. Okay, means this element is going to finish at that particular element, that is at that particular node. Okay, so in this way we can say that particular element is incidence on that particular node. Okay, now here you can see element number 2 is going to incidence on node number 2 here. Okay, so similarly there are certain terminologies for drawing for forming this particular matrix, that is element node incidence matrix. So a cap aij will be 0. A cap aij will be 0 if the ith element is not incidence on jth node. Okay, if this ith element is not incident on jth node, in that case a cap aij element will become 0. Okay, and a cap ij will equal to plus 1 or 1 if the ith element is incidence on jth node. And it is directed away from this particular jth node. Okay, now when this aij element will become plus 1 if the ith element, okay, I means element here, j means node. Okay, so if ith element is incidence on jth node and it is directed away from the jth node, okay, means this direction is away from that particular node. Okay, so in that case we will consider plus 1 and a cap ij is equals to minus 1 if again the same ith element is incidence on jth node and it is directed towards the jth node. Okay, so it will be minus 1 if the element is incident on jth node and directed towards the jth node. Okay, so that we will discuss. Okay, now again the important thing, what will be the dimension for this particular matrix? So dimension will be always E cross N, as this is the element node incidence matrix. So E means element and N means node. Okay, so there are 6 elements and n number of nodes means 4 nodes. Okay, so obviously this matrix will get 6 by 4. Okay, obviously for this particular network graph. Okay, if it changes, so your dimension also may get changed. Okay, so dimension for a cap matrix will be E cross N, and for this particular given oriented network it will be 6 by 4. Okay, now again here E means nothing but what? The number of elements, or you can say branch. Okay, so here branch means element. In case of tree, branch means twig. Okay, so either you call it as a number of elements or number of branch that will be inserted into row, means it will be considered as a row. And this n means the number of nodes, or bus you can say, number of nodes. It will be columns, number of columns. Okay, now from this element node incidence matrix for power system shown above, that is given one, we can form this is the elements row, these are the nodes. Suppose this is reference node 0, node number 1, node number 2 and node number 3. So there are these 4 nodes. Okay, and branches are 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so now we will first see the column wise. Means first column is, that is 0 node, that is a reference node. Okay, so which branches are associated or connected to the 0 node? Here you can see there is branch number 1 and branch number 4. Okay, and another elements now will become 0. Okay, because another elements are not going to incidence on this particular node, jth node. Okay, so that's why here 1 is present, so I will write 1. 2 branch will become 0, 3 will become 0, 4 will be 1, another will become 0. Okay, now here you can see both these branches which are associated with this reference node, they are away from this jth node. Okay, means outgoing, the direction is like away from. Okay, away means what? It should be plus. Okay, if it is towards this node, so it will be minus. Okay, as we discussed the terminology. Okay, a cap ij is equals to plus 1 if the ith element is incidence on jth node and is directed away from the node. Okay, similarly for second column, that is node number 1. Now which branches are associated with this node number 1? There is 6 branch, 5 branch, 2 branch and 1 branch. 4 branches are associated. Okay, and out of these 4, 3 branches are outgoing, that is 2 5 6. Here you can see, and this branch number 1 is towards this node number 1, so it will be obviously minus. Okay, first branch will be minus, so this branch 1 will be minus, 2 branch will be plus, 3 and 4 will be 0, 5 and 6 will be plus 1. In this way, similarly node number 2, there are only 2 branches associated, 2 and 3. One is incoming, one is outgoing. Okay, means 2 is incoming and 3 is outgoing. Okay, so similarly 0, 2 is incoming, it will be minus, another will become 3 is also outgoing, so it will be plus 1. Okay, and another will become 0. Similarly node number 3, again there are 4 branches are associated, 6 5 3 4, all are towards this node, jth node. Okay, means all will become minus 1. Okay, so first and second branch is not associated, so it will be 0, another will be minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 and minus 1. This is what your element node incidence matrix, that is a cap, or you can say complete incidence matrix. Okay, or incidence matrix. Okay, so next matrix we will discuss in next lecture. Okay, thank you very much.